My name's Grant Bruns.
I'm Sam Dole.
I'm Will Leslie.
And I'm Jake Keating.
College enrollment is changing fast, meaning universities have to adapt with rising prices and limited staff already. Colleges have to find ways to make better enrollment strategies with students and new students without increasing budget or more price.
In this project, we will break down and discuss how economic principles like price elasticity of demand shape the way students respond to tuition, financial aid, and program accessibility.
We're going to look at A-State's current enrollment rate, graduation rate, budget constraints, and online growth.
And then we will present strategic, low-cost solutions to expand our retention and graduation rate while also improving our enrollment rate without touching the budget.
Starting with enrollment rates and how to increase them, the first model is the 2+2 transfer pathway for students who start at a community college for the first 2 years and get their associate's degree and then transfer automatically to Arkansas State to finish and get their bachelor's degree. This approach brings upper level students without requiring new lower level courses, which means saving on instructional cost and faculty workload overall. This aligns with the transactional cost economics theory because reducing unnecessary steps and confusion overall, making the transferring process cheaper for the school and students. The second strategy to increase enrollment rates is expanding the hybrid and online courses with using the same faculty that the school already uses and changing up the schedule a little bit to open up new areas for courses and online areas. Attacking or the most effective way is going into bigger programs like business, nursing, and data analytics that are already have high interest for students to find and benefit from. Using more online courses opens up accessibility to working students, non-traditional learners, and students that might not live near or around the campus. This strategy is backed up by the human capital theory, which emphasizes that people are more likely to invest in education when it's convenient and more accessible, aka using online courses and expanding flexible schedules that students can use to learn, and decreasing barriers and overall flexibility. These two strategies, simplifying 2+2 transfer pathways and increasing and growing overall hybrid and online courses, allows A-State to grow strategically with the enrollment rates and not have to increase budget or change much at all.
Continuing on with retention rate. First, we will try to enhance campus engagement and belonging. To keep students connected and build stronger sense of community, A-State will launch the Red Wolves Rising program. It's a series of monthly themed events designed to promote academic achievement, social involvement, and personal wellness. Each month will focus on a specific thing, including like leadership, service health, and career development, and includes student-led competitions, guest speakers, and interactive workshops. Our second course of action would be to indulge in faculty-student lunch programs. This invites professors to share meals with small groups of students, or maybe just even one student, so they can have an open, relaxed area to kind of share what they've been thinking outside of class. This gives professors the ability to understand student needs, challenges, and perspectives, and it helps first-generation students build stronger ties to the campus and their professors. This allows students to ask academic professors about career-related things and opportunities. Lastly, we will start career readiness workshops. This allows outside companies and alumni to come in and create these workshops to give resume reviews, mock interviews, and networking opportunities. This helps students develop a professional confidence and real-world skills before their graduation.
Moving on to graduation rate, our first strategy to grow graduation rate is incentivizing with progressional scholarships. So instead of like the regular $8,000 scholarship, say, over 4 years and giving it all at once or over the course of a year, you give it based off GPA and keeping that GPA and giving incentives for keeping a good GPA and not just giving all the money and then having that money automatically go to your tuition. Moving on, we have reclassifying or redesigning jobs into skill-building roles. This would keep students from being focused on jobs outside of school, where they have less time to study and work on their assignments, which would lower their GPA, thus lower graduation rates. It would up their GPA and give a higher chance of graduating. especially in freshman and sophomore lower level students. Some examples would be education majors getting a job with the school or through the school, tutoring in a classroom, or being a classroom assistant or TA, something along those lines. Marketing majors working for the school's social media or sports team social media, any university department like that. IT majors being help desk, being website support. This would all help students. Moving on with another strategy, we have mandatory advisory meetings with students that are close to or failing a class. So those on, especially first-year students who are struggling, because there's a lot of first-year students who struggle compared to higher-level students, and their GPAs start lower because of that. And so they're way more likely to drop out their first year than 3 years down the line. So focusing on students with academic probation or academic suspension, which we already do, by having mandatory meetings instead of letting the students be on their own to decide if they want to visit their teachers on office hours or get help or go study in the library by themselves. Because realistically, they're not going to do that on their own. Lastly, for improving graduation rates, we have implementing classroom helpers in classes that have a high fail rate. So classes that are known to have high dropouts and people drop the class because it's hard or tough and people struggle in the class. These wouldn't necessarily be teacher assistants like we already have, but they are classroom helpers that bridge the gap between students and faculty, because students oftentimes don't want to ask questions to the faculty because they may be intimidating or just because they're older or don't want to ask a question in the middle of the class. Instead, they'd have someone around their age that's taken the class before, made a decent grade, good enough to meet the standards to pass, and then they would go get help from them instead of the teacher or the instructor, because they feel a lot less intimidated and really be able to ask for help and get help that they need.
In conclusion, this research shows that Arkansas State University can strengthen enrollment, retention, and graduation rates through strategic, low-cost initiatives that maximize the resources we already have. For the enrollment rate, we can strengthen 2+2 pathways and expand hybrid and online courses. For the retention rate, we can enhance campus engagement, faculty-student lunch programs, and career readiness workshops. And for graduation rate, we can have progressional scholarships, reclassify or redesign jobs into skill-building roles, have mandatory advisor meetings for students failing a class, and implement classroom helpers. Overall, these strategies demonstrate that A-State can grow, support, and graduate more students while maintaining a neutral and potentially positive budget impact.